Well, now there is a tentative contract deal on the table with all of the big three automakers. The UAW reportedly struck an agreement with GM just earlier today.
Yeah, Ford was first, followed by Stellantis over the weekend. The union had been fighting for better pay, benefits, and shorter work weeks. We saw more than 45,000 members joining the picket lines over the course of the past 6 weeks. NBC News correspondent Jesse Kirsch joins us now from Streetsboro, Ohio. So, Jesse, GM was the last to strike a deal. Let's talk about when we can officially say that this strike is over.
Yeah, so Vicky, it's going to be a while still. We have to get through this phase where the contracts are reviewed, the tentative contracts are reviewed at the national level, regionally, and then the rank and file membership will have to vote on if they want to ratify these agreements. So because of the timing of when all three of these deals have been coming to light, Ford is essentially in first place, if you will, that their agreement is further along in the ratification process. Stellantis after that. And then we still haven't officially heard from the union about this General Motors tentative agreement, which our partners at CNBC are reporting on, attributing to sources. So it's going to be a little bit of time still as all this gets looked over. But the union is telling workers so far at Stellantis and Ford to go back on the job. And we can expect that that will probably be the case when they make an announcement officially about General Motors. But again, that is still outstanding at this point, so we haven't seen that yet. Here's part of what the union's president shared over the weekend about the Stellantis agreement that has been announced.
At Stellantis, we not only secured a record contract, we have begun to turn the tide on the war on the American working class. And we truly are saving the American dream.
And one of the things that has been talked about in these agreements is electric vehicle production job security. That, of course, is where this industry appears to be going much more broadly. And so that is something that has been a point of concern throughout these negotiations, guys.
And, Jesse, now that thousands of union members are back to work, what does this mean for consumers and just even some of those car dealerships that say they've really been just struggling to get their hands on those parts and supplies?
Yeah, so there shouldn't be a broad, long-lasting ripple effect in terms of car inventories, in terms of parts issues, based on a conversation I had a short time ago with our friend Phil LeBeau from CNBC. So that's not something that necessarily will be dragging on for quite a while after this strike is officially over. But production is not going to be flip of the switch back to full speed, is not our expectation, because of the ramp up that it'll take to get things back to normal. Another thing to keep an eye on, if you're paying workers more, you can expect labor costs to be going up, right? And so it's not clear yet where those labor costs get passed along and if there's a potential for consumers to wind up paying more for vehicles down the road. That's something we'll also be keeping an eye on, guys.
All right, NBC News correspondent Jesse Kirsch. Jesse, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.